Meanwhile, we want to pivot here, talk about the severe weather and also the flooding that we've been dealing with in the plains for the past several days. Devastating flash flooding, this time as we were watching it last Monday in Overland Park, Kansas. Heavy rains flooded a Creekside Park. It's a popular trail, too, that follows this creek through a neighborhood in the southern suburbs of Kansas City.
Yeah, and on that trail that morning, 62-year-old Dr. Anupama Vaidya. Her family says she had been out walking when the heavy rain started and was tragically swept away in the flooding water. Her son-in-law finding her not too long after that flood event.
Dr. Vaidya's daughter and son-in-law, Jay and Aditi, join us now. We are so sorry for your loss. Aditi, I want to start with you. Your mother, she was adventurous from what I've read and learned, quite a traveler. She found joy, it seems, in the small and simple things. Can you tell us a little bit about your mom?
She was a dentist by training from India. She used to visit us every year for the past 4 years after her retirement. And when my dad passed away, she started coming here every 6 months. She used to be here, and she used to just love to exercise, and walking early mornings was her way to exercise. She made a lot of friends on the walking trail where she used to go every day. And yeah, she was just a person full of joy, very cheerful, and always positive.
And you can see it shining through in all of the photos, right? Jay, yeah. When we talk about that morning, and I mentioned it at the start, and again, just so sorry for your loss, because we know also when that rain started, you did begin to worry because she loved to walk this trail, and she was out there, and you said didn't matter how hot it was, she appreciated the shade, so she was out there whenever she could be. But when the rain started, you started to worry. So walk us through those next steps. What happened once you went out to look for her?
Sure. Yeah, every morning she would go for a 90-minute walk, and my wife and I were on the phone as she was on her way to the dental school. And the clouds began to come in. It was pretty dark, and it began to rain. So I figured she may be on her way home, but let me go outside with a couple umbrellas. If I find her, I'm just gonna bring her with me. I took my car, I went by the trail, and I started walking down the trail in the hopes of finding her. I knew exactly where she walked, and by the time I made it to the creek, it had swelled over, it had crested. So I wasn't going to cross it. So I went around the creek. It took me a while, and I got to the spot which is in between the two places where the creek cuts the trail. And I walked on either side, and I couldn't find her. And I knew it was time for her to be home. I expected her to be on the trail, possibly getting soaked, and I would bring her home. I didn't find her, so I came home, and I called the police, asking if anybody reported a stranded person. Thinking someone might have given her shelter, and then they would call, and they hadn't received any calls so far. So we asked them if we could get some help trying to locate her, and then we all began searching again with law enforcement and other agencies.
That's the struggle, and really, when we look at the tragic nature of floods. Parts of Overland Park, fine. We had some heavy rain, but near those creeks. And Jay, as I understand it, you guys were later able to find Dr. Vaidya, correct?
Yes.
Yep. It was not too far from where we were before, and we started knocking on doors and asking people if they had seen a person walking with a cane, and folks we talked to, they said, yes, she's been a regular here. We asked them if they had seen her today, and they pointed about an hour ago she went in that direction, which is towards the creek. So we started walking. We couldn't find her there. We started looking in the water, and then I found her only a few yards away, downstream of where the creek cuts the trail.
And I want to talk a little bit more about your mother, Aditi, because one of the things you shared with us is a journal of notes, and within this journal, quotes and things, I'd say life lessons, little maybe thoughts that she put down in this journal. And we do have a photo of it, but there's one I think that resonated with us and the rest of our team when we were looking at some of the notes she had in there. And it says, B is for birth, D is death, but in between there's a C for choice. You have to make good choices, and then you will enjoy life live well, and it'll never go wrong. Losing a parent is an inevitable loss, but to lose a parent in such a tragic and very sudden way is only going to make it worse. To see this journal, to share it with all of us and to everybody that's watching, has that eased your pain? Has that helped you? Has it helped bring you comfort in any way in these days since her passing?
Yes, I have gotten a lot of support from the community, my friends, my family, all over the United States and overseas. I have one sister who lives in Canada. She's here, and we are going to have services this Friday. And speaking about that diary, my mom used to read a lot, and she just used to write good quotes, whatever she used to find everywhere, and gather it in a journal. And I just feel so blessed that my mom is departed now, but that diary is going to be with me and my sister all our life. And I just feel very blessed that she wrote a lot, and that's the part of our life now.
I find it interesting, especially when she would visit you guys in Kansas. You had said,
Yes.
Aditi, at the beginning of the interview, on the walking trail, she would make friends. She would talk to people, and having the privilege to read excerpts from that journal does give us a glimpse into the type of woman that she was, and we really appreciate it. We, again, are so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
All right, thank you both for joining us and sharing your mother's story in that book. I think it's going to be great for her grandchildren as well to remember her by. Thank you both again, Aditi and Jay Indurkar, for hanging out with us here on Weather Command.
Thank you.